All right, so I ended the last video with 4C. Just want to get on to that because we have to make a comparison between sheeps and goats. So there were 7,833,906 sheep, and we are comparing that to the goat. So that's why we have to write down here the amount of goats of the year in 2016, and we're comparing to sheeps. So sometimes the formula is not always new minus old divided by old times 100. Sometimes you can always also compare. So if you want to know, hey, it was fewer goats than sheeps, you compare the amount of goats with sheeps. And since it's less, you subtract here, and then you know you're gonna get a negative outcome, which is good because there was a decrease. Yeah, so just for the final part of 4C, we're comparing sheep with goats. Else the exercise wouldn't make sense. So let's go to exercise 5. I'm gonna switch it. So in exercise 5, we talk about consecutive percentage change. So there was an amount of 65. First, there was an increase of 24.5%. between 2010 and 2017. Then there was another increase by a whooping increase. So the percentage changed quite a lot. And they're going to compare 2017 with 2040. Calculate the percentage increase all the way from 2010 all the way to 2040. Okay, this is what we're going to use. Remember, we're working with MF. I'm just going to show all the intermediate here. 100 plus 24.5, that divided by 100. Yeah, so we get 1.245. And this one, try it yourself. Another increase. 100 plus 54.1 divided by 100 is a MF of 1.541. So MF. So MF number 1, MF number 2. And this the formula that's given is how can you calculate at once the increase. MF1 times MF2 is your new MF that you're going to work with. So we get 1.245 times 1.1541 is 1.9185 ... Always work with the not rounded. So what is also asked, calculate the percentage increase. So if we are only interested in only percentage increase, right, we have to take this MF back to percentage. And how can we do that? You can first multiply times 100. So instead of dividing, you multiply. You get 191.85. That's why we needed all the decimals here. And you subtract from the 191.85. You subtract 100, and then you get a percentage increase of about 91.9%. So if the question is calculate a new amount, so in 2040, you take this MF, and you multiply it with the 65 that's given in the text. So you multiply it times 1.9185. And eventually, let's do that. For the sake of this exercise, I'll use the original calculation here. So 1.245 times 1.1541. And then we get, hey, the new amount in 2040 will be approximately 9339. Rounding, because it's about people, we do integers, 93 people. So depending on the question exercise, this is exercise 5. And this is my extension of the exercise. Could also be asking the question to get the new amount. Here they are just asking what's the increase. This is the MF. This is not a percentage increase yet. You have to convert it to percentage increase. Yes. Just freeze the screen so you can maybe pause it if you want to look at it Now we'll go to exercise 6. Here we go. Exercise 6. So read the question, pause the video, read the question, and then we're immediately going to start on question A. So in question 6, the old sometimes is given and sometimes the new is given. If the old price is given, how can you get your new? You multiply it with the MF. But if the new is given, you divide by the MF, and that's how you can get the old. So in question A, we know 2015, compared to 2015, the production of sugar beet in the Netherlands increased in 2016. So we have our new. Our new is in 2016, which was 5.5 million. And the MF belonging there, it was an increase. I'm immediately going to write down the MF is 1.116. Also for the test, you don't need to show your calculation. We have to use this formula. So what we do, 5.5 mil divide by 1.116. So let's try that. Not inserting the mil. And eventually we get 4.928 million is about 4.9 million tons of beet. Then we go to question B. Question B, read the question, pause the video. Now we know there was a decrease. We want to know the amount in 2015. So 6.6 degrees. To get the MF for degrees, that's we haven't done it before, but let's try it now. It's not 100 plus, but 100 minus 6.6. Eventually, you get a percentage of 93.4%. So what is the MF over here? Dividing by 100 gives you 0.934. The amount in the text is 5.5. Is it? No, the amount is 77.8 tons. So we do 77.8 tons. Divide, because we want the old again, by the MF 0.934. Eventually, using the calculator, we get about 83.3 tons. Yeah, so this is, both of them is to get to the old, but here's an increase, here's a decrease. Yes, so when there's an increase, MF is more than 1. And if there's a decrease, what will the MF be? It will be between 0 and 1. And if it just doesn't change, then it's just 1. Let's go to 6C. All right. What is the total area used to cultivate sugar beets? Was it larger or smaller in 2016 than in 2015? What is the percentage difference? All right. So we know that the areas, that's the first part of the sugar beets. We know we have to get the area actually. We know there was 4.9 million in, we calculated that. Where is that? Yeah, 4.9 million in 2016. And we know there was 83.3 tons in 2016. Yeah, both are about 2016. So we're going to use this and we're going to use this to get the average, the area in hectare for 2015. So let me just check again to make sure. Compared, yeah, we have our 2016. So we wanted both of them. We wanted the old. So this is 2015. This is 2015. Because we used this formula, we had 2016. Yeah, so both of them are about 2015. So we can make the division. We can write down 2015, 4.9 million tons divided by the 83.3 tons, just like we did here to get the average actually. And for 2016, you have to look in the text, and in the text it's already given to you in 2016, 5.5 million tons divided by 77.8 tons. You calculate both. How do we do this? Okay, so both of them are tons. So you add 4.9, you don't have to add a million, but you see this is a small number, this is a large number. So maybe it's better to add all the zeros. So that's what we're gonna do. 4.9 million is the same as 49 with 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we divide by 83.3 tons. They have it already both, so we don't have to think about that. Eventually we get this amount. We can write down 58823.529 ... which is rounded to 58,824 tons. And over here you do the same thing. 5.5 million is 55 with 5 zeros. You add it, you get about 70694. I'm immediately rounding to integers, okay? So this is area 2015, area 2016. I say area and I still write down tons. My apologies. Not so sharp today, so I hope you noticed it because we have tons, 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 tons. Of course, there's no tons there. So forget about this part. So you can see that the total area in 2016 was larger than in 2015. So this is new, this is old. You know already, new minus old divided by old times 100. So if you work with rounded, so rounded, you should get 20.2%. Are you continuing with the ... That's even better. So not rounded, you will get 19.5%. Both are correct. Did I cover all the percentage exercises?